Well, hello everyone. We've talked in the past about the situation with this pandemic. We have talked about how the situations is fluid and things are always changing. And I just want to give you an update on what the church council has decided. I think it's exciting, but we want to let you know that the church council has decided that we will be reopening for worship services starting on Sunday, June 7th. So that'd be Sunday, June 7th. We will be opening for worship services. We would be having our 9 a.m. traditional service and our 11 a.m. Contemporary service. We will not be having Sunday school. We are planning to have Sunday school, which is normally at 10. We are planning to have Sunday school canceled through the summer with the idea of using that time period to allow people from the first service to exit the building before the people coming for the second service enter the building, to help limit the total number of people we have in the building at one time. As we are planning to reopen for worship, we are taking precautions and are putting social distancing plans in place, and we want to make everyone aware of those ahead of time. You'll be seeing, if you're watching this video, you'll be getting information. We'll also be sending an email out with a document. It will also be in the newsletter that we send out to everyone. But we want to take precautions for social distancing and safety for everyone who chooses to come and join us in worship. Some of the things that we're going to be putting in place to help limit contact and social distancing is we're going to request that everyone use alternating pews. Basically, leave a pew between you and the family in front of you, and so on. We have a sanctuary that sits over 200 people, easily sits 200 people. We were averaging, before the pandemic, about 110 between the two services, somewhere between 50 and 60 at each service. I don't expect that we'll have full attendance coming right back, but even with 50 or 60 in a sanctuary of 200, we can use every other pew and still have plenty of space in between. We're encouraging everyone to bring their face masks as the same as if you would go for groceries. We encourage you to wear your face mask to help protect you and also protect those around you. If you're in the sanctuary and you feel a cough or a sneeze coming on, we're going to ask that you exit sanctuary if you can. There will be Kleenexes and stuff like that on the pews. We also ask that you bring your own hand sanitizer. If you have personal hand sanitizer at home, we will have some in the church, but as you know, this item is hard to come by. People have been buying it up kind of like they did toilet paper when this thing first happened. So we will have some hand sanitizer, we'll have soap, but we encourage people to bring their own. And we're going to be putting in other things to help limit personal contacts. We will have signs posted to help remind people of these precautions that we're putting in place. For the upstairs ladies' room, we're going to have a sign saying no more than 2 people in that restroom at a time, and same with the downstairs restrooms, no more than 2 people. In the smaller restrooms, we're going to require only 1 person at a time, again, to help limit contact, to help keep social distancing in place. Other ways we're going to limit personal contact is we're not going to have greeters at the door. We're also going to limit how much people touch and pass on, so we're not going to have worship folders. All the announcements and the order of the service will be on the screen. Now, we will have the chime, but the chime will sit in the table, on the table in the social area. The chime is the area that we kind of list announcements. So you can go into that fellowship area and grab one and take it with you. We will not be having coffee or snacks in the fellowship area. We're going to try to limit the gathering in one area and the people touching food or drinks and having that congestion that we normally have. So in the fellowship area, there will be on the table some announcements that are in the chime, but there will not be coffee. If you need coffee to get through one of my sermons or get through our worship service, we ask that you bring that with you. It's okay to bring it in mugs that have lids and those thermos or whatever. Bring that with you. If you need a snack, bring it in a Ziploc bag. But remember, we're not going to be there for service, Sunday school, and service. There'll be 9 o'clock service, break for people to leave, and 11 o'clock service. So you might be able to make that hour without a snack. But I understand early in the morning, some people cannot get by without their coffee. We will be eliminating the meet and greet time of the service as we maintain social distancing. So we will not have that time in the service where we ask you to meet and greet, and we're eliminating the handshaking and all of that. We will not be passing the offering plate. Again, touching the offering plate and moving that from person to person is just like shaking hands. Or what we're going to be doing is we're going to have offering boxes, 3 of them inside all the different entrances into the sanctuary. We will have a time during the service where we still do the offertory and have that moment of reflection during offering. And if you didn't put your offering in the box when you came in, you can get up at this time and put the offering in the offering boxes or put it in as you leave. But we will have offering boxes. We will still do the offering time of the service. We will still, first service, will do doxology. We will still have our prayer of thanks. So we will have that. The last thing is, I know that some of the people, if you're still at risk, if you meet one of the categories of over 65 with a pre-existing condition, either a heart condition, a respiratory condition, type 1 diabetes, a weakened immune system for any reason, and you just don't feel comfortable coming out and going to worship service, we totally understand. And we encourage you to, if you feel you need to continue to stay in shelter, we encourage you to continue to stay in shelter. But for those who feel comfortable enough to come out and worship, I pretty much can guarantee the number of people in our worship service is not the same amount of people that you are encountering when you are going to a grocery store, when you're going to Home Depot or Lowe's. We've been averaging about 50 to 60 at a worship service. And we have plenty of room in the sanctuary. We're going to probably have doors open to help, keep things aired out. So if you feel that it's not safe yet for you to come out and worship, we look forward to when you are able to join us again. We are not holding that against you. We totally understand. We're trying to be as safe as possible and be able to come as brothers and sisters, as it says in Hebrews 10:25, not giving up that time in which we come together. We want to get this information out. Again, you'll see stuff in emails. You'll see stuff in the newsletter. The council made the decision, and we want to get the news out and the precautions that we are taking place. And we encourage you to, again, the masks, the hand sanitizers, the social distancing, leaving pews. It only works if we all work together. So we look forward to worshiping again on June 7th. Until then, take care and be safe.